My Chemical Romance, teenagers. Do me a favor and march on over, hit that subscription button, be greatly appreciated. Got a lot of videos coming out for you. Alright, now let's get into the details for this song. Okay, so standard tuning here, EAD, GBE, and a lot of fun blues riffs going on with this. We'll kick it off with this intro verse section, and this also is happening in the chorus. It's just a little bit bigger with the second guitar. So we're going to start in this E blues position here, and we're essentially just kind of doing that blues riff, the 5, 6, 7 riff, which is basically here making the E power chord, open E, 2 on the A, hit it a couple times, make the 4 on the A with the open E, back to the 2, and of course in this initial intro section you can kind of mute it a little bit, keep it a little more relaxed. A little palm mute or something sounds good. So we'll do that. We'll hit one more E power chord to 3 on the E, come up and then hit open E and B. Okay. Fun little blues riff. Do that twice, and then we'll keep going with the E, but we'll just basically take it all the way from the 5, 6, 7 back, Okay, and at that point, after we hit that 4 on the E, we make it a 5, back off to the 2, to the 4, to 2. Okay, just do the full blues riff now. And from there, we jump down to a B position, and really quickly we can get there just by going 2 on the A, 4 on the D. And with this, we're going to do that same blues riff, little pinky action here now. So we'll do our 2 and 4 on the A and D. Come over and make the 6 on the D with the 2 on the B. Back to the 4. Come on over, do this little cap off riff where we go 5 to 6 on the A to 4s on the D and G. And if you're really cool with your pinky, you can go up to you. A little easier, I would think, for most people just to do the 5, 6, A to 4s with like the ring, index, pointer. Okay, so B riff right there to get through about half of this intro verse section. Okay, so continuing on with the verse, we just came off our E section to B, and now we're going to drop down to an A for a measure. And it's essentially what we did at the B spot, just down at the A, where we'll do our blues riff. Looks just like we did the E. Okay, the open A with the 2 to 4 to 2 on the D there. And come back off, hit an A. Then we'll do our little roll riff here, the 3 to 4 on the A. Come down, hit 2s on the D and G. And now we're going to go back to E, but we're going to do the higher voiced E. All right, here up the 7A with the 9 on the D. And I would say it gets a little easier here because the frets get a little closer now. We'll just get the 7A, 9D, and we'll make it an 11 on the D, back to the 9. Hit the 7 and 9 again. Do our little roll riff here at the 10A, 11 to 9s on the D and G. And then we can finish on a B, and you could go all the way back down to this if you like, or since we're up here now, we can just jump to the 7 on the E with the 9 on the A, and just do the full blues riff there, the 9s on the A, 11 to 9 to 12, back to 9, 11, 9. And then just finish on an E blues riff. And the second time we go through this in the intro, at this point, we would just hit an E and rest. All right. But the first time through, we just do, open E blues riff, the 2s to 4 to 2s. E again to the 3 on the E, open B and E. Okay, just like that first riff we did. All right, and at this point, after that initial first run through, once everything breaks, we get this little quick pickup riff that happens. And it'll happen a couple times, after the verses, and it happens at the very end too. And it's just this quick little slide up, multi-string thing where we're 2 on the G, slide that up to 3, hit a 3 on the high E, and then quickly slide the 1 up to 2 on the G, hit the 2 on the E, and at this point, lift off of that 2 of the E, slide the 2 of the G back to 1. Okay, it just takes a little getting used to, but just cranks out pretty quick here. Alright, once the chorus gets going, like I said, there's one guitar that kind of keeps that initial verse pattern going with all the blues stuff, but there's a second guitar where it comes over the top of it, and it's just kind of doing these little octaves, inside of these chords. So, it goes back to the E, and here we're just going to do this E octave, the 7 and 9 on the A and G. And this will all be like A and G string for the most part. So we just do the 7 and 9 there, a couple of them to 6 and 8, back to 7 and 9. Alright, and then we'll jump up a set. We're on the E and D now, where we go 7 and 9, 9 and 11, drop back down to the A and the G for 6 and 8. Okay, just go through that E section like that twice. We'll do one more measure of E, where we're just kind of doing on the A and G string. We're doing 7 and 9 a few times, up to 11 and 13. Kind of hesitate a moment there, strum it a couple times. Down to, which now goes to the B, which we're going to be at 9 and 11 for a couple strums. 11 and 13 to 9 and 11. Do a little, dead string strum. A couple more 9 and 11s. Alright, and the second part of the chorus will be here up 12 and 14. This is where A comes in. We just strum this 4 times, do some dead string strum, a couple more times. Now we're going to slide down to 11 and 13. And that'll transition us back to the E, where we're going to be at 9 and 11 a couple times, to 11 and 13, to 7 and 9. Little dead string, a couple more 7 and 9s. And now we go to a B, and it's just going to be this big scale up. Alright, so while that B is going, we're going to be at 6 and 8, 7 and 9, 9, 11, 11 and 13. And it's just right on the beats. And then it all finishes back on an E at 7 and 9. Thanks for checking out the video, everybody. Like it, share it, leave a comment. It's always good to hear from you. Do me a favor and hit the subscription button. I put out a video pretty frequent, so you don't want to miss out on that. Check out the links in the description box below. I have really cool links for tablature books, all the gear I use, t-shirts, fun stuff like that. So thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.